All right, well, we're back out here at the father-in-law's yard. I'm gonna look at old Yeller. The turbo is no longer turboing. See if my skinny butt can open this hood one-handed. Oh my gosh. There we go. We got her. Yeah, so this truck's got a long history of... But anyway, the turbo, I guess, is seized up. Oh, well, it spins now. Yeah, it's something has come apart. I was told it was seized. It moves, but it is dragging hard. It's no good. I think the reason they said it was seized is because it's way down in there and you can't, I can barely touch it and move it. So it's junk. We'll get this thing pulled off. I'm gonna have to go find a bucket so we can drain some coolant. Yeah, we'll get this thing popped off of there, and hopefully we'll be having a disco party shortly. Here we go. All right, we got the coolant drain. Pulled this charge pipe off. First glance, we've got oil in here, and for as many miles as I'm being told is on this turbo, which is pretty sure less than about 1,000, it's pretty well brand new. This engine's brand new. It threw a rod out a few months back, and they just replaced this engine. They've been tuning, they've been dealing, they've been trying all sorts of stuff. This turbo, this is the turbo for, I don't know what this turbo is. They had this on there, they were doing tuning or something, and then they put this on here. Like I said, this is supposedly brand new. So yeah, I don't think there should be that much oil coming out of the intake. So something's definitely wrong. Anyway, we'll keep going. Hopefully this new turbo fits. It should. Let's keep going. We'll get this, probably take this intake out of the way and flip this inlet piece up out of the way, hopefully. See if we can't get that off of there. So here we go. All right, well, we got this off here. That's as far forward as that will go, and it won't quite come off of that. I could probably force it, but I think once we loosen this, we can sneak that out. We got the exhaust off here, turbo drain. We got the coolant return, coolant feed off, oil feed off. So we're ready to pop some exhaust manifold stud nut doo-woppers there. And I'll have to go get my belt on because this thing is heavy, and I'm taking bets that as soon as I pick this up and tip it my way, whatever coolant's left in there is going to run down the front of my coveralls. So wish me luck on that. But yeah, let me get these 4 off. We'll get this out of here. I can't get my head in there to take a peek in the back end, but we've got oil in the exhaust too, so something is not happy in there. So let me pop this off. We'll take a peek at a few things, see what it looks like. All right, time to just do it, I guess. Alright, I don't know if you can see, I don't know how to make my GoPro zoom, but if you look down on this side, you can see that it's wore in. Look at the gap up here on this side between the compressor and the housing. The gap's huge, and it's wore into it. You can see where that Sharpie mark is on that one blade. It's wore into the housing right there. It is toast, but it doesn't want to wiggle too much. That's what's funky about the whole deal. Let me flip it over, see what the backside looks like here. Oh man, we got some rust prevention. Look at all the oil coming out of that intake. Yeah, Lord. It's always something. Just need a little rust prevention in there. I don't know if the lighting's gonna work, but the gap up there is huge and it's touching down here. I'm pretty sure that shaft is broken. I can't get my hands in the front to spin them both to see if they move, but it's junk. Okay, look out. I mean, they don't exactly make these things lightweight. Just a helpful tip. Have your hardware in a location that you can reach while you're hanging onto this thing. Whew! Wow. Okay. We're good now. All right, installation is reverse order of uninstallation. Okay. Might have to pull one of these studs out. I might actually pull this one out. Okay, well, I'll get this torqued on here and kind of keep you updated with what we got going. So, all right, we got it on. The nuts on the manifold are tight. Exhaust is on. We got the coolant inlet and outlet on, oil inlet and outlet on. We've got this inlet for the EGR, I'm assuming is what that is for. But we got to run this down to the connector down there, plug in our intake temp here, and then we'll zip tie this up. We'll leave it on some hot stuff so it'll melt down in there. That was on the turbo drain. So it didn't melt any wires, it just melted this split loom. So I'll get this all plugged in, tied up nice. We'll slap the inlet on and the charge pipe, and then we'll fill this baby with some coolant, see if it holds. Start it up, maybe we'll go for a test drive. I haven't decided if I'm wanting to test drive this. I mean, we know it runs, they just had it rebuilt. But yeah, here we go, catch you in a minute. All right, we're all back together. I've got it full of coolant, but we've got about a half a gallon left over in there that it wouldn't take. So there's probably an air pocket or something. So I'm gonna start it and idle it for 5 minutes or so. Just make sure we ain't got no leaks here on the oil. Don't see any leaks on the coolant side. It is a mess though, sorry, but I don't have a shop and a washer and everything. So let's go start this. Let's see what happens. I'm feeling lucky. No, I don't think we'll have issue. Everything looks good. So let's see what happens here. Got oil pressure. All right, let's go check it out. Alrighty, well, that's about all I can do. I mean, I can go test drive this, but I'm not gonna go hook onto a trailer and really put the fire to it. So I've let the owner know. He'll get it driven and checked out, see if they can get this back to the regular driver and keep it on the road this time. But I couldn't get all the coolant in there. It's still got, no, there's a quart left. I spilled a little too, so left the extra there for him. So hopefully that one works out for him. We'll take this old turbo back to the guy at the shop. He wants to look at it and we'll see what, I don't know, like I said, he told me that thing's got like 300 miles on it, so I don't know why it decided to let go, but we're all cleaned up, we're ready to get out of here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. maybe you learned something. It wasn't really an educational video. It was pretty just, this is what we're doing. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one.